Hey, this is Steve from RV to Cycle. What do you do when you're told you have to evacuate and you end up a couple of 100 miles from home? If that interests you, stay tuned. So if you're told you have to evacuate, the first thing you do is you pack up all your goodies and you put them in your RV or whatever other form of transportation you may have. And then you plot your course. Which direction are you going to go to stay out of harm's way? In our case, it was go north and then west. Otherwise, if we'd just gone west, we would have ended up in the Gulf of Mexico. So we got out about 250 miles away from home, spent the night, and at the time thought we might have to go even further north and west the following day. But turns out, as is often the case with hurricanes, it doesn't follow the predictions of the weather folks. It has a mind of its own. It wound up a little bit tighter and made landfall in a little different place. So we were dry, no wind throughout the night, and in the morning when we got up, we were completely out of any kind of warnings, watches, any of that stuff. Back home, not so great. We're not going to be able to go home until tomorrow, so we will have spent the night twice away from home in a Walmart parking lot in a place called Defuniak Springs, Florida. Nice little town, about 6,500 people. We traveled with our next door neighbors, Marcia and Robert. They're parked right over here in their motorhome. There's my Jeep back behind, and they also brought their boat rather than leave it to be subject to Hurricane Idalia. Idalia is what it looks like when you look at how it's spelled. Anyway, we're staying at a Wally World parking lot. There's a couple of other RVs here, and then across the street from us this morning there were about 6 RVs parked over here at another shopping center. And what do when you're stuck away from home? So one thing you do is you sit and you play on your phone, giving people updates on how you're doing. And if you're a Sudoku freak like Kelly, you pull out your Sudoku book and work on that. You can sit in your RV and read, you can watch TV, you can get caught up on your naps, especially if you laid awake most of the night checking on the hurricane status. Or you can go across the street and go visit Harbor Freight, see what kind of neat tools they have. Okay, we're headed over to Martian Roberts.
He's taking care of his dad who's dying.
His new boss.
And now he's dealing with...
So one of the things you can do is wander around Harbor Freight when you've been evicted from your residence because of a stinking hurricane that never hit. This is go home day today. This is Thursday, August 31st, 2023. And we say thank you to the Crestview, Florida Walmart. On Thursday morning, we began the journey home. Robert driving the motorhome, Marcia following behind, pulling their boat. I'm in the Jeep, and Kelly is driving the Travado. Our trip home took us through Perry, Florida, which is only about 15 miles from the Gulf Coast, and Perry was directly in line with the path of Idalia. These pictures don't do justice to what it really looked like there, but you can see fallen trees, some of the buildings damaged, and the thing that really brought it all home to me was the lines at the gas stations. There were only 2 stations that had electricity, and people were lined up to get fuel, primarily for their generators. We also saw people in line for food and water and didn't feel it appropriate to take pictures, so we have nothing here showing that situation. We got home about 4:30 that afternoon and found everything in proper order. No damage to anything. Hey, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't, well, sorry. They can't all be winners, I don't guess. Again, we appreciate your viewership. Take care. Bye-bye.